It's Tuesday! My name is Bang Radio, and I'm joined here by Kosmikonic, and we are gonna have a really cool set. This is the first time I have somebody playing his kind of music, psytrance, and he's gonna do
A little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything and play his magic. And it's really an honor for you guys to meet him. And yeah, we're breaking boundaries here. We're reaching out to different styles of music. And without further ado, let's go.
about acid techno. This must be what acid feels like. shake that ass to techno. Let the sound of techno move your body. Just feel the music. Ride with it. It's all about the journey. All about the spiritual journey. Come on with me. Three, two, one.
ecstasy, 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 ecstasy.
It's all about perspective. Life can be ecstasy to you and me. I'm gonna start switching it up for you. Ecstasy, 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 ecstasy.
Drop it.
Jump, dance, move, bounce, jump, dance, move, bounce, hands up, groove, get down, jump, dance, hands up when you hear that sound. If you wanna move, I got you. No one's standing around like a statue. If you wanna vibe, I'm down. Hands up all night when you hear that sound. If you wanna move, I got you. No one's standing around like a statue. If you wanna vibe, I'm down.
Remember the floss, guys. Remember the floss.
No one's standing around like a statue. If you wanna vibe, I'm down. Hands up all night when you hear that sound.
this. From where I'm from, then the change stay constant. Me and all the monsters, bonkers, mobsters, stompers, conscious conkers. Man, it's all like that. Big bouncer man, you got bored like that. If I give a girl D, then she go right back. 2 phones don't call my gaff with a war pipe. Man, he got bored like that. If I give a girl D, then she go right back. 2 phones don't call my gaff with a war pipe.
far.
ready for that psytrance. Come on with me.
Don't stop, shit it, get it. Deep higher captains in it, steady. Watch me navigate.
Windmill for the night, done forever hand in hand. Take it all out on your stride, it is taking falling down. Love forever, love is free, let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill for the land and everybody.
Don't stop, shit it, get it. Deep higher captains in it, steady. Watch me navigate.
I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached, and it's matted black. Got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now ain't nobody tell me nothing.
Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love. And I'd hate to see you waiting, waiting, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. High hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Had to have hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million.
creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so cool. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you, oh please. I do what I want when I'm wanting through my soul. So
flame. Shame the ones who died without a name. Without a name.
I told you that I never would, told you I changed. Even when I knew I never could, know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay.
you for joining us.
Yo, guys, Kosmikonic killed it, didn't he?
I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. It's been a while since I've listened to trance and techno, psytrance. Was there some hardstyle too?
No, there was no hardstyle.
Okay. No hardstyle.
Not yet. Maybe another time.
But yes, thank you for doing this. Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
I basically got started as someone that just loved music. I always fell in love with music. I always was like in a trance when it came to music. Nice. So when it came to just any music, I always looked at like the story behind the music, why the author or the artist wrote it. I always listened to the lyrics because lyrics meant a lot of meaning to me. So whenever it came to music, I studied it. Like it was just something that I was obsessed with until eventually I got to go to my first rave. And then I was just so enthralled by the idea that you can have someone performing and mixing and blending this music and telling a story through it.
Yes.
And that just was something that I loved because not only did I like music, I love to entertain, I love to create a performance, I love to create an experience. And I was like, with being a DJ, it's like I can bring that all together. I can play the music, I can dance around, I can interact with the crowd, and then I can also share what I like. And I can also explore so many different genres.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
DJing just kind of like captivated me, and it was like something that I wanted to get deeper into.
Nice. Where do you see the music scene right now?
How so?
In like, have we arrived someplace or are we going somewhere?
I feel like we're still going somewhere.
Right.
Obviously, there are moments where people kind of like stay stagnant in one particular genre.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, innovation and just like originality starts to become a halt because everyone's trying to follow a specific artist. So
yes.
Yeah, like for dubstep, for instance, I believe that dubstep is something that I really love, but a lot of times with a lot of the remixes or a lot of the production now, it just seems too similar to what's already put out there, and there's not like a lot of people that are willing to test the boundaries and go outside and create something even more original or like just experiment. And so I feel like we're still going and moving, like there's still sections of the EDM culture that are constantly innovating, constantly trying to test the boundaries, creating a new sound, creating a new story.
And when when I first started this, my Tuesday videos were with me doing a sing-along. Like the first video was a Bruno Mars song, The Way You Are.
Yeah.
And what I would do, basically how I got famous was like, I would sing the song for a little bit, like a minute or two, then I'll turn off the lights, and then Skrillex played. I had DJ and Skrillex. I had Reptile.
That's a huge jump, but I love it.
I know. But that was basically it. That was how we started with the videos, the Tuesday videos. So like it was more of like a sing along with like a nice message, and then like a letting go thing. And that's how basically.
That's awesome.
I was one of the first DJs I was playing dubstep in the area where I was playing.
Okay.
So I've been listening to that stuff for a while, but my love is house music.
Ah.
And I feel like where we are right now, it's like very decent. And being in California, more people listening to house music.
Oh yeah, the Sacramento area is very much a house-centered community. It would be difficult to not find a house event in Sacramento.
That is true. When I remember I moved here from LA, and I was kind of bummed out. I was driving through San Francisco, and I was bummed out, thinking like, man, I'm not gonna find house music playing here. And then suddenly I realized, oh my God, I'm in San Francisco. This is basically the mecca. This is where like house music basically started, or one of the places. Don't at me on that. But you know, like the gay clubs and all that. I was thinking like, yeah, this is where like the dance started. So like, my soul calmed down a little bit. I was like, okay, cool, we're cool. We're gonna be fine. There's gonna be house music. Tell me, what do you? I want to talk about the dancers and the people that come into the clubs or come into the raves or are into the scene. Like, do you have a message for them? Is there such a thing that you can tell them?
I mean, the message that I represent for myself is just an expression of who I am. So whenever I'm playing for people and whoever is dancing to me, it's more of like I'm sharing my story and I'm sharing my love of the genre. So like a lot of DJs are a specific genre, and that's totally fine. I love that. You have like, you know, Millennium, which is melodic bass, future bass, melodic dubstep. You have other people like Sarah Landry who are like techno, you know, hard techno and stuff like that, and I love that. For me, my mind is so scattered, and I think that just like this eclectic, you know, personality that I have also bled into the way that I DJ. So I don't stick to a specific genre. I like to look at the genres as a different persona, like a different part of me.
Nice.
So, you know, when it comes to the message that I give when I play to people, I don't want them to, you know, say, oh, it's Kosmikonic, he's the techno DJ, or he's the dubstep DJ. He's just the DJ that plays what moves him, and hopefully what moves him also moves you. So I don't want to be like stuck to a specific genre. So what I tell people, or at least what I try to express to people, is I'm just here because I love the music.
Right.
That's another reason why I wear the masks too, because I don't want people to, you know, have a face to connect to that. Like I want people to just say, this is a person who loves what they do. They're not worried about who follows them. It's just about the expression of the music they like.
Nice.
I love dubstep for various reasons. I love house music. I love techno. I love psytrance. I love hardstyle. I like drum and bass. I love anime remixes. Like I love them all.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not like I just love them all. Like I have taken time to study the history of each one of them. You know, look into the different artists, like really dive deep into it. Like I love the genre. So I want that to spread to the people, because I feel like people just go in for the party vibes and don't really feel the music and enjoy the story that's being told. And that's what I try to express through the way that I play.
Okay. So listen, guys. When you come to see, I'm not speaking to the dancers and the people that are in there for the scene, like, you know, be open to evolve, be open to listen to a new style of music, be open to learn how to dance differently. But also, when you find the person, the groups, and the producers that you like, know that they also like other people too, and they're evolving. And I want to ask you, so you mentioned acid during the songs. Has there been a fun experience?
So ironically
you can
enough,
share?
I've never done any psychedelics. Ironically enough, I have not done psychedelic, and the purpose of that is just because I have severe anxiety.
You do?
Yeah, so I can't really. I'm not. That's not an area that I step into. But what I love about psytrance and about acid techno, it gives you kind of a mental representation of what it's like. You know?
Yeah.
If you close your eyes and just listen to the sounds of the music, specifically acid techno, you know, psytrance, you know, a lot of this more wavy, you know, spiritual music, you kind of just start to dive into what you could feel if you were on acid. Because I mean, I've smoked weed, I've done a lot of that, so it's like I know to an extent how it feels like to feel in that motion of just
that wavelength.
You know, that wavelength.
Yeah.
So it's like I can at least assume, and then I've seen the experiences of other friends that have done psychedelics. So when I listen to the music, that's the way that I do acid without doing acid. Like I get into because the music really is a drug to me.
Yeah.
Like every single, and that's why I said it was a persona. Every single genre that I dive into in that moment literally feels like a drug.
Yeah.
Like my whole persona changes. And so with acid techno and psytrance, I literally feel like I'm in that psychedelic state. Like I'm riding there. I'm riding, and then eventually it just starts to rise, and then immediately you just start to like, it's almost like you're in a tribal group just chanting and praying to the gods.
Yes.
And that's what I love about the journey that I said to acid techno and psychedelic trance do. It's like you're in that state of like, okay, when's it coming? You're kind of like meditating and waiting for the experience to come. It starts to rise you up, and you're like, okay, now it's starting to hit. The drugs are starting to activate, and then the moment it just hits, it's like all you want to do is just praise the experience. Yeah. And so the beat line of like psychedelic trance or acid techno, you know, you got do 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 do, and then with techno it's like do do do. You just kind of just chanting, and that's what I can think of when I listen to that music. I literally think of like people, you know, dancing barefooted in the mud, just chanting and just like, you know, sending their souls as an expression to everyone that's around them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my interpretation of the acid techno and psytrance, is that while I haven't done acid, that's the way I do it.
Nice. That's the way it is for you. That's cool. I remember my first one was actually listening to Tool.
Okay.
Which also, it has like a marching kind of sound to it.
Yeah.
You made me think about that. And then Pink Floyd, so it was like a whole different vibe. With
course.
Pink Floyd, you had the wave,
Mhm.
but with Tool, you had that marching. So I was interested. Tell me about so you're also a promoter. You have parties that around the city, and tell me a little bit about that. In a way, be selfish and promote yourself a little.
So, I'm a polyamorous, pansexual queer. I love the queer community, and as a polyamorous person, I got exposed to a lot of like sex positive parties. A lot of the sex positive parties that I went to, I wasn't very fond of because of like the crowd that was there. It didn't really feel too queer inclusive, it just didn't feel queer friendly. And so I decided to start embarking on my own journey of creating my own parties that were sex positive. And as I started doing them more and more, obviously I learned how to deal with drama, because there's always going to be drama everywhere, you know. And then I dealt with like how to connect with people, because I'm all about community. And so I wanted to keep doing these. So once I decided to actually become a DJ and I went to a rave, I was like, oh snap, what if I mix the sex positive community with the rave community? Because they're one and the same, you know. People are horny no matter where they're at, you know, at the end of the day. And the experience of having the music be a icebreaker, so you don't feel like when you're coming into these events you have to engage in anything. You can just immediately like, you know what, I don't feel like engaging in sex. I'm just gonna listen to the music. And then the music may lead you to connect with someone, and then later on you may experience that intimate connection. So I started doing sex raves, and then also regular, you know, non-sexual raves, because I wanted to have a balance of both. And I just loved it. Like, I loved being able to create an experience where young people can come listen to the music that they like, and older people can experience new music. It's like everyone's learning, everyone's being brought in, everyone's also, you know, coming into an environment that's inviting. There's a community there, and I do my best. I'm not perfect, we always have mess ups, but I do my best to try every single time I do a party, learn from the party, what could I have done better? Yeah. How can I ensure safety? How can I, you know, create a consent positive environment? So that's kind of like the goal that I've created when I've done a lot of the events that I do. Nice. So I definitely love the sex positive community, I love the queer community, and I love raves. And I just I had to jumble them in.
Good. Yeah, man, I really appreciate you being here. I will add the links to all your social media so that people can get in touch with you. But go ahead and tell them where they will find you.
So my name is Kosmikonic, and pretty much most of my social handles are Kosmikonic. So for Twitch, it's Kosmikonic. For YouTube, it's Kosmikonic as well. For my Instagram, it is Kosmikonic Music. And those are the three main ones. Oh yes, and SoundCloud. SoundCloud is also Kosmikonic. So you can find me on SoundCloud, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on YouTube. I still haven't really started the YouTube page too much, so we're working on that. But I've been doing a lot more Twitch streams. And then I'm planning to get into production, so I'm going to be producing more music.
He's going to be having his own music coming out.
Yeah, I'm going to be producing more music, so that's the goal.
Music, right?
That's what I'm trying to create. But yeah, those are the forms that you can reach me on. And then you can also, if you're interested in like the sex positive raves, you can always visit Space Cloud Vibes. That's the brand that I created to have both my sex positive raves and my non-sex positive raves. So that's the one that I promote the events, whereas Kosmikonic Music is more focused on me.
Nice. Well, thank you for playing such a great set.
Thank you for listening and dancing with me.
Hey, I was really happy.
I was so happy I could just twerk my ass off the whole time.
Is he doing it? Oh, he's doing it. Let's go. It was pretty hot, so we had to move over here. But hey, thank you guys for watching us.
Thank you.
Please write comments to him on the video, find him online, and stay in touch.
Of course, stay sexy.